Hello, beautiful. Welcome back to my channel, to this video. If we don't know each other yet, my name is Tanya Rainier. I'm a business coach and I work with women coaches, service-based businesses, and all the people of the world who are trying to make an impact in the world through their services. And in order to make a bigger impact, in order to make that difference that you want to make, it is so important that you are taken care of financially, which means, although you are running a business, I realize that you have a lot of expenses. There is a lot of money that goes out and it sometimes can feel really difficult to pay yourself. But this video is about learning how to pay yourself and how to make that a priority. Because at the end of the day, you are the most important employee in your business. Whether you are working solo or whether you have a team, your business cannot function without you. You are the heart and soul of it. So you have to be taken care of. And there is an entirely different mindset that you carry with you, a different energy, when you feel financially compensated for the work that you're doing. You show up differently. So, even if it's just a small amount at first, and then you're gonna give yourself little incremental raises over time, I want you to get in the habit of doing that. And that's what we're talking about today. So, first of all, let's talk about how to start paying yourself. Like, is there a formula? What is the right way of doing this? So there is not a right or wrong way. There is put it this way, the right way is the one that you feel most comfortable with. As long as you are doing something, that's all that matters. So I'm gonna give you a couple tips here. First of all, number one, I'm going to suggest that you have a separate bank account for your business. So if you don't already have a separate bank account, that's priority number one. The IRS in America, and I'm sure this works this way everywhere, doesn't like when you're commingling your funds. Doesn't like when you're mixing business with personal. It's a lot easier to look at your financial records when all of your finances are kept in one account. Everything that you are earning, so all the income when your clients pay you goes into that account. And then from that account, you're paying your business expenses as well as paying yourself. And that can look like writing yourself a check. It can look like transferring money out of that business account into your personal account. It can look like paying the mortgage, your personal mortgage out of it, as long as you're notating that is your salary, so to speak, okay? So number one, keep those accounts separate. Okay, now that we've got that established, here's the other thing. So you're earning money with your services. You're selling your services, clients are paying you, money is coming into the account. Now, how much do you pay yourself every month out of that account? Here is my best advice for that. I want you to consider a good, better, best formula. You hear me talk about this a lot. Good is the minimum amount that you need. Better is a little bit extra, right? That's the amount that's comfortable. And the best case scenario is the one that you're like, this is freaking amazing, right? So good is I'm making ends meet. Better is I'm really comfortable and now my mind isn't on money anymore and where the next client is going to come from. And the best case scenario is like, money is not even a concern of mine. I am freaking financially abundant. I've got more money than I know what to do with. Life is good. So that good goal, that good money goal, and I have a whole nother video on this, you guys, I can link it below. The good goal is the one that is going to allow you to pay all of your personal expenses. So imagine this is if you were going to get a job somewhere working for somebody else. What would that minimum amount be that you need to not go into default on all of your personal bills? What do you need to pay your rent or your mortgage, your car payment, gas, buy food, pay your utilities, all of those things, your living expenses? That is the minimum that you should be striving for. That is your first goal. Your second goal is the one that is going to allow you to live a little bit more comfortably. So what is that base plus the stuff that's going to allow you to stop worrying about money, that's going to give you enough to survive, but also live comfortably, okay? And then the third one is like first class life. This is not just surviving, not just living comfortably, but like freaking enjoying the hell out of your life. So those are your 3 money goals, right? So now with those in mind, you want to, if you are not paying yourself anything right now, you want to set a goal to get to that first number, that minimum payment, that survival number, and make that a priority. If you are unable to do that, meaning if there are more expenses going out that are coming in than income coming in, then what can you do? I understand that in the first couple of years of business, it is normal to spend more than you earn. We all do that. If you ask any CPA, they will tell you it is normal to claim a loss in your business the first couple of years. Think about any startup business. They get investment capital, they get loans in the beginning because there are startup costs. For a brick and mortar, it might be getting a location, buying the furniture, buying the equipment, hiring those initial team members. But for you as a solopreneur who's operating primarily out of your home and you're the only person, it's more likely that those expenses are coaching, the cost of coaching, the cost of software, the cost of maybe camera equipment and things like that. So you're investing in your education, much like you would an MBA if you were to go off into college. And that investment up front might put you in debt, just like you would with student loans. And so I want you to give yourself some grace there, knowing that is okay. It's okay to have a little bit of debt in the beginning if that's comfortable for you. Now, I'm not telling you to go run up your credit cards. I'm just telling you if you're there, that is normal. And as long as you've got a really solid, concrete plan for how you're investing, meaning you're investing intentionally in education and the skills and the expenses that are going to help you to move your business forward, they're investments and not just frivolous expenses. So if you are in that phase where there's a little bit more going out than coming in, then you might want to say, okay, I'm cool. I'm going to give myself a year to get to this first goal. Now let's create a plan so that I know what that looks like. All right, that first goal, according to what I'm offering right now, is going to mean I need to, work my way up to 6 clients a month, or I need to sell X amount of packages. So you know what you're working toward. And in the meantime, you can say, all right, what can I give myself right now based on the money that is coming in? Can I give myself $100 a week? Can I give myself $200 a week? Something that says you're doing a good job. This is your reward for the time and energy and investment that you're putting in. Okay, so even if it's just a little bit, even if it's the gesture to get you into that mindset of I am worthy, I am deserving, I deserve to get paid, I deserve to earn. So what you're doing is you're getting yourself into that habit of earning, into the habit of paying yourself. That way, when the money starts to become more abundant as clients start to come in, it's not going to be such a jump. You will hopefully have prevented yourself from creating the pattern of putting yourself last, of paying everybody else first, of investing before you into the next thing, the next program, the next retreat, all the things before you get paid. So you need to take care of yourself. You need to value yourself as an employee and as an important part of your business so that you are creating that value system. You're honoring and respecting the work that you're doing. It's a mindset, it's a habit. And giving yourself just something weekly. I'm serious, you guys, even if it's like pathetically low in the beginning, it's the point of doing it. And then as every client, say you only have 1 client right now, and maybe you can say, okay, what is 10% of that? I'm gonna pay myself that, and the rest goes into my business to paying bills. And then the next client, maybe you do another 10%, or maybe you bump it up to 15%. And every time you get a client, you pay yourself a little bit more. You give yourself a little bit of a raise. Over time, that salary that you're paying yourself is going to go up. And eventually, after a couple of clients, you are going to get yourself to that minimum number, that survival number that you set for yourself. And then a couple more clients, you'll be at that good number where you're like, this is comfortable, this feels good, I can breathe. And then a couple more clients, you'll be at that part where you'll be like, girl, this business thing is off the hook. Amazing. I am so comfortable. I am free to make choices based on what feels good and what feels aligned, and money is no longer dictating my decisions, okay? So the recap there is, it's really important to pay yourself right from the beginning, right from that first client. So if there's any money coming in whatsoever, do not get into that habit of, I have debt, so I need to pay all of the debt before I can pay myself. I need to pay all of the expenses before I can pay myself. You come first. Pay yourself something and then pay everything else. If you need to skinny back and take some another look at your expenses, maybe there are things in there that you don't need right now. Maybe you can go a little bit more lean with your expenses. Get rid of a few things that are unnecessary until you get to that place where you can bring them back. And this is something, you guys, that I work on with all my clients. It's in all of my programs. It is such an important part of running a business is to be able to read your financials, understand them, feel comfortable making financial decisions, controlling the money that is going out in a very intentional way, and absolutely paying yourself. So if this is something you want to learn more about, reach out to me, leave a comment below, ask a question. If you have something specific I can help with, I will do another video specifically on it, or maybe host a workshop. Let me know how I can help you and serve you in this area, and I am super happy to do so. Okay, so that is my rant for today on all the reasons why you should pay yourself and how to get started doing that. Was this helpful for you? What was your favorite takeaway or the tip that you're going to use? Let me know in the comments below. And seriously, thank you so much for being here, for hanging out with me today. I appreciate you to the moon and back, and I love you to pieces. I will see you back here on the next video.